Jacob's Law Firm offers flat fee divorce and family law representation. I personally despise the thought of charging hourly for every little thing. So, what we do is this. First, we need to consult with you, and this cannot be a 15-minute chop shop consultation. We need to get the facts of your case to know what you know, to understand what your expectations are, to explain the law to you, to begin matching the facts of your case as we know them today with what some likely outcomes might be when your case proceeds further. We need to know how long your case is going to take, contested or uncontested. We need to know what kind of time that we are expected to put into drafting your settlement agreements, your documents, or litigating your case. We need to know what kind of finances to expect, what kind of businesses you have or do not have, what assets and debts are involved with your family law case. If you have children, what kind of time sharing do you expect? What do you anticipate the other side will want? What do you believe is fair, reasonable, in the best interest of your child? Until we know all of this information, or as much as we humanly can, within the confines of a 45 or a minute or an hour-long consultation, we cannot truly give you accurate and reasonable pricing. And that is what you're calling about. For those folks who call every law office in the phone book, and I mean that's figuratively, now everything's on Google or MSN or Facebook and so on and so forth. If you call every law firm trying to find the absolute lowest price, you're doing yourself a disservice because you might find terrible legal help with somebody that does not have experience with family law, or somebody that does not have the intention of building your case properly, or spending the amount of time in your case that is necessary in order to be successful. You should rather consider finding a lawyer that is in your price range, competitively priced, perhaps who offers flat fees like we do, with whom you get along, somebody that you can trust, somebody that you can talk to, somebody that you can communicate with. That is of the utmost importance. Back to this flat fee representation. My goal and our goal is to understand your needs and the requirements of your case, and then price a flat fee based upon what we need, what we believe you need at this time. Not to charge you for something in 6 months necessarily, or something in a year that you may never need and your case may never actually have come to fruition. We need to know what you need immediately, what you need now, and then we would bill you for that on a flat fee basis, which can come with installment payments. I do not know of a circumstance or ever in which an economy is so flourishing that every single potential client has a ton of cash or is flush and can pay up front. We have mortgages, we have car payments, we have credit card bills, we have childcare expenses, so paying in increments is probably best for everybody. This works out well in family law because family law takes a long time. Love it, dislike it, family law does not happen overnight. Family law is the type of law that happens over a period of time. We find out more, we discover more. Your circumstances change. A flat fee is intended to give you the idea of how much your case will cost so you can budget for it. When you have to pay, how much you have to pay. It is not to discourage you from communicating with your lawyer, quite the opposite. In most flat fee agreements, your lawyer will probably receive more communications, more emails, and more calls from you than we would if it were hourly. Because consider this, suppose that you've paid us for what would be the equivalent of 5 hours of work, and instead you end up getting 8 hours worth of work from your attorney from us. That means that you may have received additional things as long as they are in your representation agreement and additional communications to help clarify things, to make sure that we're on the same page. And you're not necessarily going to worry that you're paying your lawyer, let's say, $150 for an email. Instead, your concern is whether or not you can reach your attorney, and whether or not we are responsive, and whether or not your questions are answered, keeping in mind not every question can be answered at that time because we're not the judge. We are your legal advocate, your trusted advisor, and we want to inform you about anything that could happen within reason that we can possibly know at this time. Flat fees and installment payments are essentially what makes family law affordable, even in times in which it may otherwise seem unaffordable. Keep in mind, Hiring legal help is not just about finding the lowest dirt cheap price. It's also not about hiring the most expensive lawyer, because for a very reasonable price, where you know what to expect and the fees are disclosed and you can know it ahead of time, there's honesty in that process, reliability in that process, and a trusted bond between you and your counsel. I hope I've informed everybody a little bit about flat fee pricing, how we offer it, what we do in order to earn it from our clients and work for it for our clients. If you have any questions, as always, call us. Thank you so much, everyone.